Bonjour and welcome. I am the average man. Today we're gonna have a look at the Satechi stand-up for Mac Mini SSD enclosure. Let's have a look. Okay, so let's have a look at this satechi thing, hub, dock, whatever you want to call it. Stand up for Mac Mini with SSD enclosure. Let's open it. Oops, almost cut my finger here. Accident live on camera. Would have been something, right? Okay, I don't know why they put this here. It doesn't work. Let's try on the other side. Okay, that's how you're supposed to open it. What the hell? Okay, put the Mac Mini on the side for a second. It's pretty light. What is the point of this? What is the point of this plastic here? You don't see that from the outside of the package, so I don't see the point. Once you open it, you open the box, you don't need to see through. It makes no sense to me. You could have saved a few cents and protected the environment without this plastic. So the reason why I choose this one, I'm going to explain that in a second. Packaging is not great, honestly. Is there anything else in here? I don't think so. I'll explain why I picked this one. It's because of this. I don't know if you can see, but there's like, it's not flat here, you know, and it is meant to match the shape of the underneath of the Mac Mini, and that is the only one that I found with this design. The others, you can put them on top of one another, but it doesn't look perfect, and I like things that look perfect. So it comes another, so we'll have a look here already. This is for the SSD. I don't have the SSD yet. I'll receive it in a few days. You won't see the difference. I'll put it in the same video, so but I'll get back to that in a few minutes, in a few seconds for you, in a few days for me. This is where you put the SSD. So I'll check that later. Oh, this is flimsy. Oh, that's not good. Look at that. I just opened that thing once and can't close it. Why? What is going on? Already broken? Are you kidding me? Oh no, there's a screw. That's it, I'm sorry. Okay. So one of the things that I don't like is this cable can't be replaced. I don't like that. This is for the vents, useless when you talk about M1 Mac Mini. I don't blame them, they came up with this design for the previous generation of Mac Mini, and I'll show you how you can know that as well from something else. So the fan, the heat dissipation was useful on the Intel Mac Mini. It's not really useful anymore now. But you know, it doesn't matter to have that. It's not a big bother. The ports, SD, micro SD, jack, USB 3, 1, 2, 3, and USB-C. USB-C only has the shape of a USB-C. The power delivery is the same for those 4 ports. I think it's 5 gigs. I don't know. I'm not good with numbers or specs, so don't want to say anything stupid, but it's not as high as what you get on the Mac Mini directly. That's what I mean. Okay, one of the things I was afraid that this was plastic, and I still don't know. I think it is. It's hard to tell. It's pretty light. We'll see if the colors match. Okay, so they sit flush. You see, that's the first thing that I like. The color is not exactly the same, I guess, but you know, you'll have to be really picky to notice it. Oh, it moves a little bit. The lights are one on top of another, that's good. So the only reason why you know that this was meant for the Intel Mac Mini is this. The cable on the Intel Mac Mini used to go right here. So here you have, it's a little bit on the side, which is not a hassle, it's not a big deal. But this is how you see that they didn't change the design from one to the other. Anyway, looks quite nice to me. So I'm gonna try it for a few days, put the SSD in there, and I'll tell you if I'm happy with it or not. The price for this thing is 99 euros in France, which is I think a bit too expensive because you have to add the price of the SSD. I got a 500 gig Samsung SSD for about 50 euros. So that's 150 euros total. And you don't get a Thunderbolt at all. You lose one Thunderbolt and you don't get another one here. There's a solution that exists with some Thunderbolt 4 by a company called OCW, if I'm correct, but that's a lot more costly. We're talking in the 300s or something like that. So that should be enough for me. What I want is to have those ports in front. I don't like to have them in the back, and I'd like to have a few more. There's a few things I need to put. I already got the dongle for the keyboard and the mouse. I got the HDMI port that is going to be used for the monitor, but for the videos that I shoot, it's pretty important to have those SSD ports right here. That's what I'm looking for, especially. So this replaces a dongle, basically, and it looks nicer than a dongle, in my opinion. But we need to try it to see if it's worth it or not. So I'll get back to you in a few seconds, in a few days for me. Alright, it is now time to mount the SSD inside the satechi. So I have received the SSD. I made a mistake at first. I don't know anything about SSD, and I bought M.2 as I say, but I bought NVMe SSD when you need a SATA SSD, which are a bit more difficult to find apparently. Anyway, I got it now. Paid something like 45 bucks I think for 500 gigs, so that's quite cheap. And let's see how easy it is to mount it. Must be a tiny screw somewhere here. Here you go. So I don't know on which side I'm supposed to put it. Put it this way. I think it's in. Seems to be, at least. And now here's a difficult part. The screw is so tiny. Oh, not too bad. I think I got it. I know. It's at an angle. Let's see. So I'll close that thing. There you go. Put the Mac Mini on top. Yep. Too many cables already. Unplug it. And now we'll have a look at the computer. So we'll try to see what they say on the satechi website. Okay, so device, Mac Mini. So far the SSD is not recognized by the Mac. So this is a product. Tech specs. Quick guide. Now I'll go to the FAQ. I think that's where it is. If the SSD is new and not discovered, it may need to be formatted to be read by macOS. To reformat, open disk utility, select the SSD installed, erase, then select AFPS. So erase. Okay, so now I think now it's working. I got it here, 500 gigs. So I'll give it a title. Rename. What am I gonna call it? Mac Mini SSD. And that's it. So what is nice is that I think it's done. So I have been using the satechi dock for about 2 or 3 weeks now. I feel able to give you my feedback about this device, about this product. So let's start right away with the packaging. I was not really satisfied with the packaging. First, there was this piece of plastic that was totally useless because it was hidden inside the package. I don't see the point of it. And it looked a bit cheap, if I'm honest. So yeah, not very impressed with the packaging. I don't think it goes well with the price. That's the kind of packaging you see for a dongle that is like 20 or 30 bucks. We're talking about $100 dongle here. So, not overwhelmed. I'm gonna give it 5 out of 10. The hardware, it feels plasticky. I still don't know if it's aluminum or plastic. Does it really matter in the end? I don't really think it does. The hardware, even though it doesn't look as good quality and as durable as the Mac Mini itself, like most dongle, they're plastic. So can we really complain about that? I'm not totally sure that it's fair. So I'll give it a 7 out of 10. The size, so that's the big plus for this product. The size is exactly similar to the size of the Mac Mini. And that's, if I want to sum up my impressions on this product, you get better dongles out there for cheaper. But if you care about the aesthetics of your Mac Mini, if you don't want to see the dongle, if you want to forget that it's here and just use it, without noticing, without having any hassle finding it or whatever, it's always going to be below your Mac Mini. You're not going to notice it anymore, but it's always here when you need it. So if you care about the aesthetic, I think it's the best dongle for the Mac Mini. But anyway, so the size, yeah, it's perfect. Exact same specs as a Mac Mini. The Mac Mini sits flush on it. So this is, the real plus of this product. The SSD install, that was tricky. Tricky because of my mistake first. I ordered the wrong kind of SSD, but it's kind of confusing. I don't know why they went for this format, which is a bit hard to find. I don't know why. There must be a reason that I'm not an expert on SSD, so I don't know the technical reasons for this choice, if there is one. But that doesn't seem very convenient. In fact, there is so much room. This square is empty. There's nothing. You get the connectivity, you get the ports, but there's nothing beside that. So they could even have enough room for any kind of external SSD to put inside with a USB-C cable. I got a Samsung one that works great, and there would be enough room. They could make the trap larger, that's what I'm saying, and have a USB-C connection, and that would be better in my opinion. So, yeah, compatibility of the SSD is a bit tricky. Beside that, when you get the right one, it's pretty easy to install, if I'm honest. And it's pretty well explained on the satechi website. They tell you what to do, how to format it, and everything. So it's not
for me personally, it was not a great experience because of my mistake. I should have read it more carefully. But in the end, it worked well, and I haven't had any problem with this SSD since I installed it. Only thing, and I have to warn you about that, it's because I don't turn off my Mac Mini ever. What I mean is that for the Mac Mini, it will always be considered as an external disk, so it might tell you that it was not ejected properly if you turn it off or if you remove the cable. So it's never going to be an internal SSD, at least for the Mac Mini, even though it's part of the same unit for me in the end. So, but they can't go around that. We're not putting it inside the Mac Mini, so that's the way they have to do it. So it was not the best experience for me. For some others who are a bit more knowledgeable about those things, it will be a lot easier. So I can't really blame them. I'm going to put a 7 out of 10. The port, well, that's the whole reason why you buy this product, let's be honest. So you get the 3 USB-A, I think it's A, 1 USB-C. They are not the fastest, of course, but I mean, for my use, it's good enough. You also have the jack for the headphones, which I'm not really using now. I might use it in the future. Who knows? I'll explain why. But anyway, so it's good to have it on the front because you already have a jack port, but it's in the back of the Mac Mini. So having it in front seems a bit more convenient, at least. And you have what is very important for me: the SD card slot and the micro SD card slot, which I had some concerns because I've read on some website that they would stop functioning after a while. I haven't had this issue. I've been using them every single day for the past 2 weeks, and they've been working flawlessly. So this is a part of the product that I use the most, and I'm very satisfied with it right now. So yeah, that's a good job. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. And the price, I think it is overpriced. You're paying for the aesthetics. Clearly, a dongle with the same technical specs, but in a different form factor, would cost a lot less. We're talking about a $25-30 dongle that they sell for a lot more, for $99. That's a retail price. But you get the option of installing a SSD inside, which is not that you have to buy separately. That's an extra at least $50. It was something like $45 for me. So that's a bit expensive, if you had it all together for just a dongle and external storage. This is not the cheapest option, that's what I mean. So the price is not the main reason why you want to buy this product. It's everything else. And it is the aesthetic, mainly. So it is too expensive. I think $79 would have been a fair price. So I'll give it a 6 out of 10. So sorry for that. So that's 5 plus 7, that's 12, plus 10, 22, plus 7, 29, plus 9, 38, plus 6, 44. 44 out of 60. I've done so many mistakes in the past, I wish to do it in French if you don't mind. 6 plus 9, 15. 15 plus 7, 22. Plus 10, 32. Plus 7, 39. Plus 5, 44. That's good. Both in French and in English. That's first, I think. So 44 out of 60. It's not the product of the year. And the aesthetic is really what it's all about. And you get other similar devices with the same form factor. What makes the difference between this one and the others, as I've said from the very beginning, is the fact that you get this crease or indentation that makes the Mac Mini sit flush on it. Perfect fit. And that's what I love about it. So overall, I am satisfied with this purchase. I would recommend it to others, to you. That's all I got to say about it. So that's it. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to like the video. You don't have to do anything, to write any comments. It's not, I'm not begging for all those things. YouTube is not and will never be my job, which is why I have to hide my face. I do something else. Ooh, I'm not gonna tell you why. I'm not gonna tell you what, I'm sorry. So, that's it for today. I'll see you soon with another video. Bye-bye.